Despite its inauspicious beginning, the camp turned a small profit during its first season in Steamboat, and soon was attracting pupils in increasing numbers. Though conditions in the woods were primitive and transportation to town was limited to horse or mule and buggy, the students thrived. It was understood by the instructors from the beginning that with the limited funds available, part of their salary was the scenery. Yet by 1924, this small camp in northwestern Colorado was drawing such notable artists as Jose Limon, Agnes DeMille, Doris Humphrey, Louis Horst, Hanya Holm, and Eleanor King. Attracted to the camp by its experimental atmosphere, these people found a new freedom in their surroundings. With the Rockies as a backdrop, a new and more natural dance form began to emerge, and the seeds of modern dance were sown. As the new dance form developed, Portia documented its evolution. An enthusiastic photographer, she had begun filming dances at the camp as early as 1915. These films are now part of a permanent collection at the Lincoln Center Library for the Performing Arts in New York.
Goodness knows why, but I just felt I had to do that. And I'm so interested in this from all angles, looking at it and getting back and see how they do it. So it started. Then other people wanted to see them too, that helped. Nice. It's really very funny.
Watching Portia's footage, world-renowned dancer Eleanor King remembers the excitement of those early experimental years.
There was something really epocally wonderful about that period. Painting was to be concerned with paint, with color, and music with sound, and dance with movement. The thing that was imperative was to have a convincing idea, be convinced of its importance to the world, and express it only through movement. Modern dance had to be, whether it was resisting ballet, that was only one part of it, but it was part of the spirit of the times. And the whole credo of the modern dancer is to be discovering new paths. Was so vibrant and so alive and so revolutionary in every way that we revolutionaries couldn't conceive that something as decadent and hopelessly old-fashioned as ballet could even exist.
Keenly aware of the uniqueness and beauty of their surroundings, Portia and Charlotte encouraged horseback riding, pack trips into the mountains, and river trips as part of their curriculum. These experiences left a lasting impression on the students and instructors. After one memorable season at Perry Mansfield, Agnes DeMille choreographed her widely acclaimed Cowboys. But others, such as Hanya Holm, often found the outdoor experience intimidating.
I think now it will be much more comfortable. It was rather uncomfortable at times, you see. We slept in these little cabins there, which were open. And you know what that means. Some nights it was so freezing that you didn't know, was your nose frozen or was it still warm? But also, you see, there was something, pardon the word, outhouses, where you had to go out if you had to go somewhere, even in the middle of the night. And I remember, had to go, you see, with my little flashlight, and then I heard something in front of it, and I said, ay, 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 what is that? I waited a while. When I was so cold and I said, can't wait any longer, I opened the door and started in the face of a horse, which broke loose, you see, and was looking for company, I think. So I shushed him away and went quick in my bed and tried to get warm again. But I mean, that's what I mean. It was not comfort, it was, I wouldn't say discomfort, but it was sportsmanship.
The extraordinary thing about Perry Mansfield was that there was so much happening at all times that was related to life and to the arts and to human growth. I think it's wrong to say that it was just a theater dance camp or just a girls' camp. It was really a living thing, growing place camp. You could walk through the trees and have all that around you and hear Eric Satie being played in this class, and then very wild John Cage kind of music being played in another class, actors screaming lines out in another place, a little chamber group rehearsing in another place, and all this surrounded constantly by natural beauty. But there was an enormous respect for the natural beauty.
When I went to Perry Mansfield, I think for me, being in the West and came from the East, and I thought I was going to discover more West. I want to plunge into modern dance, which seems so new to me. But what I really, looking back now, what I discovered was a sense of the true East. Because modern dance, I think, for me to look back now, the essence of it that Portia and Kino were nurturing was the going back into meditation, into their own belief of what body is, which in many ways is universal. It's like in China. I think that was the beginning of my recognition, the similarity between the true meditation in modern dance and the Tai Chi meditation.
With the addition of a drama program, Perry Mansfield gained national prominence. The camp attracted some of the world's finest artists. Charlotte and Portia, once known as the Mad Ladies of Steamboat Springs, became a recognized force in the development of the performing arts. Even today, dance and drama reflect the influence of their efforts.
I think their biggest, for me, contribution and their inspiration for many people who came into their life is because they had a dream. They were able to fulfill it. They were able to live their dream. And they have the divine madness. They laugh at each other. They laugh those little things they do. And they know each other's idiosyncrasies. And they're mad sometimes, but divinely mad.